Now let's look at how to calculate changes in rates over time. Let's look at some crime rate data. Open up a Google and search for Uniform Crime Reporting Statistics, like that. Uniform Crime Reporting Statistics, and then I'm going to click on Table Building Tool just to jump right to it. I want all states in U.S. total. I'm going to click on that. You can choose table type. I'm going to choose this first table type. I'm just going to click on that right there. And I can choose which state. I'm going to keep it on U.S. total. I'm going to keep it on number of violent crimes, and I'm going to keep all of those years in there. And I choose Get Table down here. And it gives me a nice table. Here's the violent crime total, and broken down by different types of violent crimes for each year in the United States. Now let's download that, and then we'll upload it back to Google Sheets. So you can click on spreadsheet of this table, and it's going to download a .csv file. So I'll click on that, and I'm going to choose Save File. OK. And now it is downloaded. So in Firefox, I'm going to go to my downloads, and I'm going to open file. Oh no, that's going to open an Excel file. That's not what I want. No, thank you. I want to do it in Google Sheets, so I'm going to open up a Google Sheet. I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to Import, and I'm going to click on Upload. And now I'm going to look for that file I just downloaded. Select a file from your device. I'm going to look at my downloads. It was called, oh, there's a bunch of stuff. It's crime state by state. I really need to clear out my downloads, don't I? Crime state by state, there it is. And I'm going to open it. And it gives me the opportunity of inserting the data into this sheet I'm already working in. I'm going to create a new spreadsheet. So I'm going to click on down here on Import Data. And then Open Now. And there it is. It's the same table it's the exact same table that was in the UCR. Now I have it in my Google Sheets, and I can perform whatever operations I want on it. Now I want to calculate the percent change in the crime rate from one year to the next for each of these years. Before I do that, I first have to calculate the violent crime rate. And we already know how to do that, but I'm going to walk you through it real quickly. First, I select column D, go up to Insert, because I want to put a new column in. So I'm going to put a new column into the left. I'm going to call that the violent crime rate. And I don't like how it doesn't really fit in there, so I'm going to click on 10 to choose the entire row. I'm going to go up to Format, and I'm going to text wrap and choose Wrap. Yeah, that looks better. It's much easier to read. Okay, now we know how to calculate the violent crime rate. It's count divided by population times 100,000, because my base is 100,000. I want to know the violent crime rate per 100,000 people. So in here, I select that cell, I go up to the formula bar, I type equals. Now my count is in, for this row, my count is in C11. My count divided by population. For this row, my population is in B11. Close parentheses, times 100,000, which is my base. And I click Return, or Enter, and there's my violent crime rate. And to do it for the rest of the years, I click on that cell, I hold the left mouse button down, I drag all the way to the bottom of the column, and I hit on the keyboard Control D, and that fills in. It gives me the violent crime rate for each year. And it's given me way too many decimal points. How do I get rid of those? How do I get Google Sheets to round it up for me? Simple. Keep that selected. Go up here to Format, click on Number, Format Number, and down here where it says 0%, click on that. Oh no, I don't want percent. Excuse me, I don't want percent, not yet. Click on Number, click on 0 right there. And there, it rounded everything for me, rounded it off. And I want to center it, so I'll go over here to horizontal align and choose center. There we go. Now I have the violent crime rate for each year. Okay, but my main goal here is to calculate the percentage change in the violent crime rate from one year to the next. And there's a different formula for that. Here's the formula. Percent change is equals new minus old divided by old times 100. If you don't have this written down anywhere, or you don't have it in the textbook, you might want to write it down right now. Percentage change equals new minus old, close parentheses, divided by old, close parentheses, times 100. Okay, so to calculate the percentage change in a spreadsheet, first we need to make a new column for that. So I'm going to click on E to choose that entire column. I'm going to insert. I'm going to choose column left. Here's my new column. And we're going to call this column percentage change in violent crime rate. Turn. Okay. So now remember the formula. We're going to enter it in here. Percentage change is new minus old divided by old times 100. So what does new and old mean? Well, here is 1961. In 1961, the new crime rate is 158. The old crime rate was 161. Here in 1962, new crime rate is 162. The old crime rate was 158. What about 1960? Well, we don't know the old crime rate for 1960. All we know is the new crime rate. So that means to calculate this percentage change, we need to start in 1961. Since we don't know the old crime rate for 1960, we'll start in 61. So I put my cursor in the 1961 cell there, go up to the formula bar, equal, we know we're going to have close two parentheses there, two, so I'm going to go ahead and put those in. New crime rate minus old crime rate. So the new crime rate is cell D12, click on that, minus the old crime rate. The old crime rate for the previous year, 1960, is in cell D11. So I'll click on that, close parentheses, divided by old crime rate. Old is, again, D11, close parentheses, times 100. And click enter, and there you go. So what we see is the violent crime rate in 1960 is 161 and went down to 158 in 1961. So the percent change is minus 1.7. Violent crime decreased by 1.7% in 1961. And we know how to get that formula into the rest of the column. Left click, drag all the way down to select the column. Hit Control D, and there you go. And we want to get rid of some of those decimal points. There's too many of them. So I'm going to select the whole column by clicking on E. I go up to Format, click Number, and I'm going to click here where it says 0, 1, 2, 3, 5. Click on that. There, it rounded it off for me nicely. Now let's center that and go to Horizontal Align Center. So the percent change in the violent crime rate. It went down 2% in 1961. It went up 3% in 1962, up 4% in 1963, up 13% in 1964. It didn't go down again until 1976 when it decreased by 4%. And you can see beginning in the early 1990s, it begins to decrease nearly every year. Most of those are negative. So since the early 1990s, crime has been on a steady decrease in the United States. Now, would you rather have percentage signs in there? The percentage, would you have it marked? Well, you can do it that way here. I'm going to go to click in row 12. I'm just going to take out that 100 times 100 and leave it alone. And then I'm going to click on that and drag it all the way down. Select the whole thing. Now in Format, I'm going to go and I'm going to choose 0%, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so forth. Click on that. Well, that didn't work, did it? What did I do wrong? Well, it's still got the times 100. Why does it have that? I forgot. There it is. I forgot to hit Control D. Let's do that over again. Okay, so 1961, I'm going to take off the times 100. I'm going to copy that formula all the way down, hit Control D. It says 0 because it's all rounded up, rounded off. See these? If we look at the original number with all the decimal points, it's not really 0. But I want to get the percentage, so I'm going to go to Format, Number, and I'm going to choose Percentage. And now I've got percent. So it's the same thing that we did the first time. Now it has a percentage sign. So if you're a little bit confused, let me recap. The first time I did it, I had times 100 in the formula, and it did not have these percentage signs. The second time I did it, I took times 100 out of the formula, and then when I went to Format and I asked Google Sheets to give me a percentage. So it gives me the exact same number, but it just puts a percentage after it, the percentage symbol after it. Exact same results, just a different way of presenting it in the spreadsheet. Oh, I hope you're not too confused. I'm trying to make these as simple as possible. Either way works. It gives you the exact same results. Okay, so that's how you calculate percentage change over time.